on the 3rd day of December, and with the quarterfinal stage coming up in the Money Cup, we are still here with these teams looking to make their claim. This is SportsMax's coverage of the ISSA Schoolboy Football season, and the first of our doubleheader is on your screen: Kingston College versus Papine High, live from the Ashline Stadium in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Let's give you an update on the weather. Another hot day here in Jamaica. The temperature at 29 degrees Celsius with humidity at 71%. Good afternoon to all of our viewers wherever you are, whether that be on SportsMax, the SportsMax app, CEEN TV, or locally on CBM. My name is Gerard Morris Seeley, and with me is Christine Charles.
Hi Gerard, and good afternoon to our viewers. Now today should be a really interesting game. We have Kingston College. They currently have 15 titles so far in the championship, well, for the entire Manning Cup. So let us see if they'll be able to continue that. So far they are 3-3, so let's see if their competition between Papine High, they will continue and secure their spot for the next round.
Yeah, a perfect start to the season for Kingston College. They'll be hoping that they can make it 4 from 4, but Papine will be looking to get their first goal of the season for today, from today, and of course they should, with their new young team, really put up a good effort.
That's right. I know that Papine High, they're in the process of rebuilding. So I know this season for them is really about experience, growing momentum, growing courage. So I know they'll be able to succeed in that regard for this season. Yeah,
of course, you know, Casey though would have played last week. And we will go to our commentary team, Donald Oliver and Chris Taylor, to see how that match went.
Thank you very much, Gerard and Christine. Yeah, they actually faced Wolmers. Wolmers is, by the way, is a team that's also rebuilding, and I believe that they took advantage well of a young Wolmers team who had a few chances, but Kingston College themselves, they really looked ominous on a couple of occasions when they did attack. Barkley, their captain, was the chief orchestrator there, and Pearson with the cool finish, and he really looked good in that game, although Ludder Bernard at the end of it all was a little bit disappointed with how Kingston College played overall. They didn't create the amount of chances that he actually wanted them to create, and in the end they just managed to beat a Wolmers team who, by all indications, according to the Kingston College camp, really shouldn't have threatened. Barkley's effort was a deflected one that went into the back of the net, and he would surely claim it afterwards, although a number of us thought that it was actually going wide. But Barkley, he really had a good game, and needless to say, he actually deserved that goal. Kingston College coming away with the 2-0 victory in the end.
Yeah, so that's how the games went for, well, the last game went for Kingston College, and they'll be hoping that they can keep up that effort. Funny enough though, Christine, despite winning that game against Wolmers, the coach said that he was not happy with how the team played.
I wonder why.
Well, he told us, I mean, he didn't think that they converted enough, that they were as strong as they could be, and I thought that they played tremendously.
Likewise, but now we're going to get into more Group C actions with this Digicel team feature from Kingston College.
Over the past couple of years, you have known Kingston College go through a lot, you know, go to many semi-finals, trophies, win a lot of things. So everybody look out to play for Kingston College.
In 2019, we lost out to JC, unfortunately, on penalties, which was kind of a hard moment for us. So it would really mean a lot to us for us to win the Money Cup. I've been doing some personal training with my coaches at an academy, and also with the trainer here, Coach Buju.
In order for Kingston College to be a top team, we figured that we needed to inject somebody who would come with that specific expertise. So in 2016, I brought him on board, and he and his program has played a very integral part in terms of ensuring that the team is fit, competitive, and able to win trophies. The pressure comes with the territory, and if we're not prepared, then I have no business here. But this is not something that I feed myself with. This is not something that I impart onto the players. All I demand of them is to give up their best on each occasion. And so far, despite some shortcomings, I think they are making every effort to try and come to grips with this perceived expectation and pressure.
We grew up under that pressure from grade 7 come right up from Pepsi Colts, so we're kind of used to it.
Honestly, we're just here working with the coaches. We don't listen to what the outside world has to say. People will talk. We're just here to work towards our goal.
I think probably we boast the most mature group in the competition. It is a factor that I think will serve us very well in the latter stages of the competition.
The goal for the season is to win everything, and the goal for the season with a clean sheet. No going scoring on us, and if ever tired as we can.
It would mean everything to me right now. I'm in my last year. I'm sure it's the same for many of the players, so we'll just have to work towards it. We believe we have a team that can win. We have talent in the team, so just remain focused, work hard, and reap also.
Kingston College there in our Digicel team feature. Kingston College, a team with lots of history, lots of pedigree, as Chris Taylor likes to say. They have 15 titles, last one in 2018. 2019 they would have lost at the semi-final stage to JC. So hopefully they can go all the way this year, maybe. Who knows?
That's right. I know that they're placing high expectations on themselves, and I know that they have the skills, they have the talent to really show that on the team. But we're going to take a quick break, and then when we return, we'll be back with more live action.
Lots of football on your home of champions. Round 16 of La Liga continues this weekend. We have 2 fixtures for you. Up first, it is FC Barcelona taking on Real Betis. That game will be on Saturday on SportsMax 2 at 10:15, 11:15 a.m. Then Real Madrid, they travel to face Real Sociedad at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. ECT. Yeah, so Christine, we have KC taking on Papine High. Papine, they, as you mentioned before, are in the rebuilding phase. They had some good performances, though, in the last couple of years, 2016, right. 2017, 2018. And, of course, now losing a lot of players and, of course, with the pandemic, not getting a chance to really do some training and stuff like that adequately. They really kind of, fell off a bit this year, but they are pretty okay. The coach seems pretty okay with how things have fared because they've made improvements. Yeah, so let's look at Kingston College's results for the season thus far. As I said, they're perfect from 3. Kingston College would have played Mona High. They won that game 3-0. Then they beat Clancarty 7-0 and the Wolmers boys last week 2-0. Here are the results for Papine High. 10-0, they started with a loss against Mona High. Then they lost 3-0 against St. Catherine High and 1-0 in their last game against Clancarty. So here is how Group C stands. Kingston College, they're on top with 9 points, 3 from 3. Mona High second, St. Catherine High third with 7 each. Wolmers boys, they're fourth with 3. And Clancarty also on 3 with a superior goal difference, puts the Wolmers ahead of them. And Papine High yet to get a point. They round out the group. Yeah, so here are the fixtures for today. Kingston College versus Papine High, that's at 1 o'clock. And later on today, Wolmers boys, they will play against St. Catherine High here. And at Stadium East Mona High, they play Clancarty also at 3 p.m. So these teams would have played each other in 2016, the last time that Papine and Kingston College were in the same group. Kingston College giving them a 2-0 first and then returning to give them a 9-0 whipping at home.
Now here are some interesting facts on Kingston College. They were founded in 1925, so they are 96 years old. They wear purple and white as their colors. The population is currently 1,900 students. They have 15 Manning Cup titles so far, and their motto is, "The brave may fall, but never yield." Now we got an opportunity to speak to Coach Bernard, so let's hear what he had to say.
Coach, a perfect 3 from 3 so far for the season. What do you need to do today to ensure that it is 4 from 4?
Well, first of all, we need to continue executing our core principles, both in attack and in defense. Clearly the last game I was probably disappointed with the effort that I got. There was a different attitude in the training session, so I'm looking forward to a positive result, but with an improvement in the performance.
Are there any changes to the starting 11?
Well, there have been a number of changes, some by design, some for other reasons, but we'll be bringing in young Jaheim Johnson and who's the other player? Kimani Reese. And in goal will be Rashid Johnson.
Okay, so after not playing for a week, do you think the boys are ready and ready to go?
Well, I think so. Only in the week we opted to engage ourselves in a practice game against a Premier League team. The result wasn't favourable, but I think the performance was most creditable. And if they can repeat that kind of performance here against schoolboys, I think we should get a very good result.
Look at the digital player to watch for Kingston College. His name is Christopher Pearson. The 18-year-old attacking midfielder has 3 goals this season so far. He's played 2 so far, 1 assist as well, and his career goals are 3 in schoolboy football, and he'll be hoping that he can do well in today's game as well.
Now let's learn a little bit about Papine High School. They were founded in 1959. They're 62 years old. They proudly wear their colors blue and gold. The current population is 1,200 students. They are yet to win a Manning Cup title, and their motto is aim for heights, guided by his lights. Now we got an opportunity to speak to Coach McIntosh, so let us hear what he had to say.
Coach, the team is in the rebuilding phase. How has the season gone for you so far? You think that you've made progress?
Yes, it is news that we started out not so good in the first match, which 10 goals were scored against us, but over the other 2 games we have made progress in terms of the margins have gone down. We have not scored, we are yet to score a goal, but the goals against us have reduced significantly, so we are working on it.
Would you say that the defense is the stronger part of your game this season?
It definitely is. We have a little more seniority in the back of the team. However, our goalkeeper is not of a tall stature, he's about 5 foot, and that is a deficit against us, but he has a big heart and strong mind and willpower, so it has helped us to garner some confidence coming from the back.
So coming up against a team like KC, what is going to be your approach for this game?
Well, definitely we know Kingston College always have a good bunch of lads. Them have a good coach in Lord Bernard, and we expect a tough game, a very tough game, so we more or less plan to organize our side from a defensive point of view and see where we can take the chips from there.
Here is Papine's player to watch. Ika Hudson is his name, also 18 years old. He'll be wearing the number 10 jersey. Yet to score a goal and get an assist this season. Of course, this is his second season, and of course he's a pretty skillful player. He can actually play in the attacking midfield and up front if you need him to, and of course he'll still be hoping that he can do well for his team here today. Yeah, so Kingston College coming up against Papine High in a few moments. Christine, what do you think, or should I say, what are you hoping to see from at least one of the teams?
Well, I know it's going to be an interesting game, and I really hope that the boys from Papine High, they really take this opportunity to do their best, to learn from this experience and move on.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a quick break, and then when we return, we'll be hearing from our commentary team, Donald Oliver and Chris Taylor.
Welcome. We're at the home of Jamaica College as ISSA Manning Cup action continues. At the Ashnaim Stadium, it's Kingston College against Papine High. Kingston College, of course, looking for their 4th straight win in the competition. And with victory over their rivals today, they will confirm their spot in the next round of the corporate area competition. Warm conditions here at the Ashnaim Stadium, and there is Papine and a number of the players hoping that their school can do well this afternoon. They haven't registered a goal, and it's going to be difficult to do that against this Kingston College team who hope to tick at the right time. Lord Bernard would have been disappointed with what his KC unit offered the last time out, but the team known as the famed Purples, dressed in full white, they're hoping to really stamp their class against the Papine team. They don't have high expectations, Papine, but they really want to put up a strong fight against a very strong Kingston College unit. So strong that they've made several changes to the starting lineup, giving quite a few youngsters a chance at the very start. But still, they're filled with skillful players, mature players, and they'll be hoping to impress their coach as the competition progresses. Okita Nicholson will be the man in charge. He'll be assisted by Andre Smith and Ian McGowan. Whoever you're watching from all over the world, thank you so much for joining our coverage here on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. With me is Chris Taylor, and he's eager for this matchup as well.
David and Goliath. And Papine, as we said, have struggled so far this season. No goals so far in the season, but an improving unit. Their first game ended by 10 goals to nil, then 3-0, and then a 1-0 loss to Clancarthy. So getting better as the competition goes on. Papine, they have had struggles in terms of their resources, and this may very much a learning season for them, coming off of a 2019 season that was probably the best in their history, where they just missed out qualifying to the second round by a point. And even though Ludlow Bernard said he wasn't really impressed in the 2-0 victory over Wolmers, the fact of the matter is that he did keep a clean sheet and came away with 3 points. Most importantly against Wolmers, a pedigree team as well, even though they're not the strongest this season.
And Papine themselves, they have one of the youngest squads in the competition as well. So again, Kingston College will be facing a so-called inexperienced lineup. But they do have wonderful players like that number 10, their captain Barkley, Jamon Barkley, who was on the score sheet last time out and getting some final instructions from his coach. This is KC's starting lineup as we know it. Rashid Johnson is now in goal. In front of him, Blaine Byam, Khalifa Richards, Gavin Burton is now playing at centre-back. Devontae Walker is also in the starting lineup. In the middle of the park, Carrick Stewart, Christopher Pearson and Jamon Barkley. Up front, Ron J. Watson, Jaheim Johnson and Kimani Reese.
They'll be playing with a 4-3-3, Kingston College.
Papine High will be playing with a 4-5-1. Mardo Tyndale in goal. A back five consisting of Jaheim White, Lorenza Edwards, Nicorey Powell, Rashawn Sams and Okina Stevenson. In the middle of the park, Ika Hudson, Laquam Reynolds, who is just 14 years old, the number 12 for Papine, beside Tayshawn Forrest and Shamar Grant, and they're all behind number 17, Jamel Johnson.
Coached by Michael Black and Mike McIntosh. And as you mentioned, Donald, a 5